levels of bad, and it can get worse. I've seen how a situation that I was like, this is the worst situation in the world, this man and, you know, the people he's got to help him have made it worse after that, to like a almost terrorist false flag, you know, level of what they're doing to me in my city. But you know, I think I'm special. I've always thought I'm special in my life. You know, I think I'm a good kid. I'm strong. You know, I'm a survivor. But I want to clarify that they don't see me as special. Obviously, if they did see me as special, they probably wouldn't kill me. They probably wouldn't want to kill me. If they saw me in a special bad way, like they were kind of evil and I was special or something and I could stop them or something like that, they wouldn't mess with me. They wouldn't mess with you if you were like that. If they're like, this guy is dangerous, he could bring this program down, so let's pick him, you know, to torture. I want to clarify that these people, I don't think they see. I don't really agree. And this is a very complicated issue, so this is why I'm kind of pussyfooting here, you know, and I have to, because, you know, I'm trying to figure out things for myself, and, you know, help, you know, just help y'all get through things too, and please comment about what you believe, but the thing is, you know, I don't really agree with that target individual. I don't think they see us as people who are leaders or something like that. I think they just see us as catalysts. You know, they saw me as just this guy who wouldn't be believed. I was smoking weed, I studied 9/11 and was looking at all kinds of different things on the internet. You know, just, you know, conspiracy facts that I'd call them, you know, UFOs and stuff like that. So they kind of saw me as, you know, somebody who wouldn't be believed, and they could get away with this, and they could test the equipment and stuff like that. I do want to clarify that I do feel I'm special. I feel like I'm a good person. I've kind of gone out of the lines with smoking weed because it's not legal in my city. But I made that decision. I prayed about it, and it cured me of my Crohn's disease. I was taking azathioprine, and it cured me. It cured my Crohn's disease. It lowered my immune system, because Crohn's disease is your immune system. It's an autoimmune disease, so your immune system's going too fast, and it goes so fast that it starts ripping holes in your colon. So by smoking weed, it leveled out my immune system enough to where it healed it. I went into remission. But because of that, because it was illegal, it was an excuse for them to get more resources to surveil me, and then that car doesn't have a license plate, and then use the directed energy weapons on me, start the experimentation, and then it's evolved to where I've made these videos. I've been very vocal on the conference call. Well, I haven't been very vocal on the conference calls, but I've done the best I can to hold down my job and do activism, and I'm gonna do more. They see that I'm coming up with some pretty good ideas, which I want to talk about an idea after this. I have a lot to talk about, so I'm probably going to have to do 2 videos this weekend. But they see that, you know, even if it's like they think, oh, well, he has an idea and no big deal, it's not really going to do anything, because even if they're super confident that this is locked in, they can't take a chance. They have militaristic minds. So it's like, they're like, even if there's a 3% chance that what this guy is doing can reach people and it can spread and it can threaten this program, they have to discredit me. They have to make me look crazy. So it evolved into that position, but that's not how it started out. They didn't pick me because I was going to save the world or anything like that. And as a matter of fact, if they wouldn't have messed with me at all, I would have just gone about my regular life. I would have worked for the charity, or, you know, the medical equipment company I work for. You know, got a girlfriend and just had a regular family. I would have been off the radar, you know, a lot. I wouldn't have gone, and I would have maybe wrote my book, my fantasy book, but it wasn't like I was some great special I don't know what you'd call it, like Messiah or something like that, I would have lived a regular life. Now I'm not like some great spectacular guy who's going to just wrap up this program, but even a little 3% change in it, or a 2% change in it, getting together with other target individuals, giving them ideas, the situation evolves, and they want to discredit you even more because it's not working. They want you to be discredited first because they want to find people who nobody's going to listen to with this stuff. And if you do start making sense, they're going to put on the pressure. So I hope that answers the question. Basically, it's very complicated. It's very complicated in every situation. Even in my own situation, I'm still trying to figure things out. I got a one light car behind me, tailing me. This is I guess they've jumped to this level. I'm gonna slow down on him. I'm just gonna slow down and see what he does. Y'all see him right there. I'm just gonna kind of slow down completely. Okay, he's gonna drive around, and I'm gonna get him when he comes right here. Has a handicap parked. It looked like a lady. No, I think that's a guy. So I hope that answers it a little bit. Another one light car right behind me. You'll see the other. I'm going to slow down. I'm just going to slow down and see what he does. Y'all see this, right? I mean, this guy is really, and I'm going to get him when he comes around. This is good evidence, and is a younger guy. It's good evidence for you guys and target individuals and non-target individuals to see this. It's not so good for me though, because when I get this evidence, I think this guy is taking a tactic of he wants people to know that I'm getting evidence, because then he'll get more resources to shut me up. So it's a very complicated situation where the evidence that I'm gathering is a double-edged sword. It kind of makes me more dangerous to them, not in any kind of way that they want, because they want me to be violent. They want me to. The worst thing I do is yell and insult them. I'm just not. I'm not capable of any kind of violence, nor would I. Nor do I think that will ever solve anything. Unless somebody's coming at me with a gun. This situation's a lot more complicated, where it's it's people shooting you with stuff you can't prove, and you're trying to prove it. So if you do anything, they'll twist it. It'll be worse for the cause, for ending the program. It'll backfire, and information may get out about it. And we go back to Myron Mays and the Navy Yard shooter. Information did get out, but was it good information? Could we have done it a better way? And I think so. I think so as a target individual. I think Myron Mays, if he was still around, he was a lawyer, so he could have been talking to us all about, studying harassment laws. He could have done something way bigger for this cause. And that was a negative thing that he did, which kind of put us in the limelight, but it put us in a negative limelight. So I'm going to go ahead and have that opinion. Please comment, because I know some people may disagree with me. But that's what I believe. I believe he could have done a lot more live, fighting peacefully, than what he did. I think it was a mistake. I don't necessarily, because targeting is so different and so hardcore sometimes. I'm not gonna vilify him. It was his decision of how to handle this, so it's very complicated. It's complicated in my heart and my mind, because these people are killing people. They're killing women and children, and it gets very complicated in the complicated world we live in. Y'all see how I'm trying to deal with this. I am being unsuccessful, and I want to show y'all. That on my videos. This stuff is complicated, guys. It's not that, they're not picking us for some overall reason where, oh, they're picking special people, or it all has to do with eugenics, or it all has to do with depopulation, or it all has to do with false flag terror. there's a lot of different situations with targeting. A lot of people doing different things with it. It's not all about experimentation, you know. Mine, they're not gathering any kind of data that would be useful because they're messing with my mind so much. They're learning the torture side of it. Okay, guys, I'm gonna kind of get off of that stuff. You know, it's me thinking through it, and you know, they're torturing me pretty bad. I mean, I feel like, you know, my head's kind of burnt. I got some good defenses though, and I'm still working on it. And I'm doing the magnet therapy, which really helps. Which I'm just gonna go ahead and get to that point. I kind of do want to, and yeah, and words come hard sometimes. Old Kyle is having some trouble with the words he wants to say. But I do want to kind of point out that tactic. That's a new tactic for me. They're following me with one light cars. It's not, now they're not just caravanning me. It's not just somebody coming from the other way or somebody pulling up beside me with a one light car, being on the other side of a light. They are actually, this is purposeful. These people are not just doing this by chance. This is new. This is new for about 2 weeks that they're driving behind me with one light. I've heard on the V2K, my main organizer say a couple of times he's ready or something like that. That may have had something to do with it, where they're bringing me to the next level. He really wants to, you know, in his mind, he's making a reality. He's like, I'm getting him there, he's crazy, so that he's telling other people that he's ready for this part. He's crazy enough so if you tail him, he's gonna wig out, he's gonna do something. But it's just not happening. You know, I am holding steady. I'm very sad to be in this situation. It hurts my heart, it rips my heart apart. I try and have humor about it sometimes, even with my attackers still, because I have to, to survive, you have to do that, because it'd be so dark all the time if you were just like, man, if you remembered all the things they did to you, and then acted as such with them being connected to you in that way. Sometimes you've got to forget that and just kind of be like, this is me in the present. You know, I'm gonna be funny today. I feel like I'm in a good mood, and you've really got to let go of a lot of the horror that they put you through. I do want to move on now. I wanted to talk about something, and this is kind of a positive. I guess in this thing, it's hard to say this is like a really positive thing, but it's a really positive thing. I was on a conference call I guess I won't say her name yet, the person that moderates the conference call, but she had a long conference call and it was really good, and I got some information out. I wanted to go over this point. I got a lot that I want to talk about, a lot of important stuff. It was a great conference call. So many people, you know, were talking just about ideas, and David Voigt was on the call. He keeps marching on. He's marching down the American Discovery Trail. People are, you know, if you can help him out, I guess go to my Facebook, and I have a lot, Kyle T.I., go to my Facebook page. I have a lot of his posts, and I'm sure there's a link in there if you want to help him out. There's a fund to GoFundMe. I might do that. I might go ahead and GoFundMe, throw in $50 or something to him, because he's doing a really good thing for us. He's sending out a lot of information to people. He knows a lot about this. And the thing about him, he has a very good way of coming at this. People ask him a lot of questions about exactly how this works and stuff like that. And he's not like me. He's not sitting there fumbling around and trying to figure. He's like, we really, it's coming from the other side, and it's hard to know all the tactics. I respect that. I respect it because it kind of simplifies it. You go on about making people aware of the issue. I really respect him for what he's doing. I mean, he is a hero to me. He is a hero to me. But I really respect that kind of angle, because he wants to just go on and and get people aware about the issue.